Hello, welcome back to the Dawn of Life. I know I haven't posted in a hot minute, but my plan for this episode is just to work on hatchery and maybe pick out a species to make for next episode or the episode after that. I think that's my plan, so let's just hop right into it. Like I said, I'm just going to work on the hatchery. I did a little bit, like I have one of the roots done so you could walk down from it into the... I'm going to kind of push out the hatchery eventually out to be over here, like outwards here. I'll have move all that and the tombstone and all that jazz. But I do have it all ready, and I did gather some supplies for the hatchery, which I'm wanting to do a little path going to here and over there, leaving like kind of like nesting areas for it. Kind of like I'm blocking off over here, like cutting off any other like weird little bits that wouldn't make any sense, like cutting here perhaps. But like I was saying, just gonna make a nice little path for going out into the hatchery, the more open hatchery for the bigger species, like the Diplodocus, whenever we do get that, or even like maybe the big carnivores, or, well, yeah, big carnivores. And I also patched up this, so no mobs will come in through there, but they can through here. That's another thing I will work on today, is the doorway. It's not going to be an all natural open door to let mobs in. I might just make a little thing. I don't know. But like I'm saying, we'll just hop into it and just build. I'm going to start with the path first, then work on kind of like the hatching areas for the smaller creatures, and maybe like an aquatic area potentially. Like maybe on this side it could be aquatic area. I don't know. It's something that I can plan for, so we'll just hop into it, and I'll try and talk about how I can be more consistent with posting, since I've been taking a lot of time off of doing that. Like I don't know how I'm gonna work with, like, posting wise, because I do want to work on getting a more constant posting schedule for this shit, so I can at least have it go in a direction that's gonna help me out on getting more recognized as a YouTuber. So that's practically what I'm going to try and do for the next few weeks. Just kind of plan that out while trying to still post everything on here, for like all my content and all that. Okay, well, yeah, that's my plan. I'm going to try and stay more consistent with posting and all that. I'll always try, at least. A few other things I do want to talk about is, eventually maybe finding an artist who is willing to help me out a little bit. I know a few artists by name, but I don't know if they have enough time to help me out right now, and I have done most of my art for like my thumbnails and everything else by myself. And if I had more time to like spend on that, I think it would make my job way easier. So if there's anyone out there who wants to like make thumbnails for me, please let me know. I would love to see anyone or whoever wants to help me out with this, because hey, I've been kind of neglecting it a little bit, and eventually it would be nice to see fellow maybe fellow YouTubers helping with the series. I don't know. It's really just up to how people want to help and all that. So it's just asking for help, seeing if anyone's willing to do it. But yeah, that's practically it. Um, there's probably other things I could talk about. I'm probably gonna be cutting out like a lot of stuff because, well, I don't know what I'm wanting to talk about half the time. I'm really trying to think of what to talk about. I really just can't. Again, I probably should have done this off camera. I want to show you guys as much as I can. That's what I really want to do. I want you to see what I do and what makes you guys want to watch my content more. That's what I'm still trying to figure out. Because I am really thinking on what could I do to make my content more entertaining and more what would be a good word for it? Worth watching throughout. Because I really want to figure out how to not get you guys hooked, get you guys to be more connected with it. Maybe I might start implementing more of the story that I've been needing to implement. I think that might be the thing I'm going to be doing. Maybe having a few other potential people join me in this journey, and maybe to go against me or to go with me on it. And maybe more over time that they help me along with it. Yeah, like I was originally saying, I might find other people who want to do this with me, and maybe I might restart the series from the beginning. Or have them join on later, potentially. That's what I'm wanting. At least, maybe. I don't know. It's really up in the air on who wants to join me and if they can. Because I might know a few people who might be interested on helping me out. There might be other people that will want to record with me or do a bunch of other things. Like maybe do my editing or stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just trying to plan things out a little bit more. Have a bigger audience eventually, hopefully. That's something I do want to achieve. Just stuff like that, I think, is what I'm wanting to achieve right now. That's purely what I want to achieve, and if I can do it pretty quickly, then I want to do that. But I understand, it takes time for YouTube to work and all that. It's not a in-day process and all that jazz. It's just really fun. And I kind of just want to see that success a little bit more than what I've been seeing. Like, the few people that do watch my content, my friends, thank you for everything that you can, and are willing to put up with my ass. But I really just want more people to see this content. I don't know how I should get it out to people, because I do really want people to see and connect with the content, and so I can make a community with you guys, because I truly want to see that happen. And I'm trying to figure out how to do that. And I think the best way for me to do that is, well, ask for you, the viewer, to, well, give some input. Maybe put a comment down below and say what I could do better on. I always want to see what I can do better on and what I could do to make the viewing of this a little bit better. That's what I want to do. Like, maybe change up my editing style. Maybe learn a few more editing tricks that could help me out. Why are you there? Or even, like, maybe, like I said, maybe hiring an artist. Maybe not hiring, maybe asking for an artist to help out. Then have them join with everything. I might need to go on to maybe some places and find people to help me out a little bit. Like, maybe the artist, or maybe who wants to record as well. Maybe find a YouTuber who wants to do the same thing as what I'm doing. Then suggest, like, maybe calling it by this name and joining me. Or I make this a server eventually. I would like to do a lot of things with this. And... no! No! Stop! Ah! Bloody hell. But, like I was saying, whatever I can do to make the content better for everyone to watch, I want to do that. I want to see this work, and not me just flop and fail miserably with it. But I kind of like it. Might just cut out this bit here. Fill in this, obviously. I think I kind of have the vibe down, but I might need to prove how big these paths are. Yeah, I think that's a little bit bigger and better. Yeah, then for kind of like mini enclosures, I might have... It doesn't give me much room, though, this big old path. I guess that's the downside of making a big old path through everything. Like with the other zones for it, it has its, in general, groove, I would say. So it just has its feel that it has. While this has, I kind of wanted to give a path to it. And I could trim it back a little bit, like this one. I could take off these few blocks. Then... which I could do. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Yeah, I like that idea. But this area is like a good area to kind of hatch the smaller creatures. Then this area, I kind of want to make it the aquatic area, but then I don't at the same time. Since I do have a different idea on putting it below. And this might be the area where the staircase goes to go deeper into it. Which could very much work, because this area looks like a good slope to go down. So, honestly, that's not a bad idea. I might work with that. Yeah. I think first area, second area, stairway down into the... I'm gonna probably cut off, like, from this and there. So this has its own little area where the aquatic mobs can be... no. Sorry, but not at the same time. First area, second area, downstairs will be over there. Then it goes down a layer to get downstairs. I think that's what we're gonna do. So, then I'm gonna place all these extra blocks up here. Move back all the black stone. Yeah, I think that's good. I'll probably work on that later. I just need something to block it off. Maybe I might just have it connect straight upwards, because I've kind of done this completely filled out, and I do need to fix little bits of it because I fucked up on it. Kind of like how that's blocked off, and this isn't really blocked off. Some of the other side's not really blocked off. And eventually I do need to cover this. I'm just being lazy on that part. But, yeah. I think just extend it up and... yeah, I think that's purely it. And also making it match a little bit. Yeah, making it match would look a lot better. Vastly better. Okay, and then, I think just having it like that's fine. And knowing that there's something stuck there is kind of annoying me, but it's fine. What other things could I be doing to make it a viable hatchery? What blocks do I have to my disposal that isn't already there? Because I was thinking on making a bunch of hay blocks if I don't have them already. Yeah. Then maybe having like an area where I keep food and making look like, well, food, I mean, like, eventually I do also need to make a farm. Farms again. But that's going to be in one of the layers of the tree. Probably the next layer up or the one above that. So I have constant food coming. But coming in and out and feeding my creatures and all that jazz. But I do have plenty of meat, so if I do a carnivore, I'm good for now. But what I am thinking for it is kind of like having like hay bales and all that jazz. And maybe like small little plants for them to be around in and all that jazz. For the first creature, at least. Because that's what I'm planning so far. Yeah. I think... Then I have fences up here, correct? No, but I do have wood I should probably be using to make them. Oh, that's all the spruce, all the strip stuff. Yeah, I'll just go down. Quickly, I'm gonna make a crafting table for now because I'm just gonna have. I should always have a crafting table on me. I usually do when I play Minecraft. I just didn't think about doing that at all for the series. I probably did a few times. I just didn't mentally put it in my head. But, yeah. Why am I taking my time on doing that? I do not know. Why am I doing that again? My mind's just spacing off. I really don't know what I'm doing half the time. Again, I like saying that. In reality, I know what I'm doing-ish. Okay, then I'm going to... Ooh, actually, I could kind of like mimic a wood cave a little bit. I can make a little wood cave. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I could definitely do that. Then I don't have... See, with the mod for Tinker's Construct, I wish that they kind of kept with certain aspects of it. Like, you can still make a shovel, not just an excavator or a shovel slash hoe. Yeah. That's gonna annoy me a little bit. It works, but that's also gonna annoy me a little bit. I did notice that earlier, I just didn't pay attention to it. There. Yeah, that's actually not bad. I like it. Might also do a matching style with it, where it's kind of like that and that. Yeah, that feels way better. Yeah, it feels very small, but reminder, creatures start out pretty small in life, so it makes a lot of sense that they don't get much, well, not much space. They should get enough space to grow, and eventually it's just to, well, house them for a small time while they're still young. That's the whole point of a nursery. This is to nurse them to get bigger. That's the whole point of it. And also I might put a stone layer under this. So I know some species can break like dirt and stone, but most stone they would have to get older to break. So I think this is fine for now. Still keeping with the kind of basic feel to it. Then I can also just place you there, and then hop up here, hop up, Oh, I can't really hop up much. Because I do want to keep this lit up. So when I do start hatching eggs, hopefully in the next episode, potentially. Maybe not hatching. I don't know. But yeah, it's nice lit up. And it also has, it fits the vibe very well, and I like it. Then I'll probably have to get the blocks to fix up that. Then I'll do the same on this side, but I do need to cover you up. So I'm going to open up that, probably off camera, then get a staircase going down at least. Get rid of this old one that I've been needing for a while. And then kind of build up this area, and I think that might be the end of the episode, or I might pick out something quick to potentially put in the culture vats to start making the creature. Because I didn't put out the vote or poll yet. I'm just gonna pick a creature and go with it. I think that's the best thing. So I'm gonna pause the recording, get this built, do the staircase down, then I think that's probably going to be the end, or, like I said, the picking out of the species and putting it in. So, I'll be right back. Okay, well, I am back. I got oh, bloody hell. I got everything done that I wanted to. I got stairs for going downstairs. Good seeing that coming. And also kind of planned out a little bit of where I want certain things, like the aquatic area, or well, the aquatic area, I should say. The Cambrian, the aquatic ones, the insects, they will be kept down here for the limited time until I can figure out what to do with them. So, that's purely it for them. Yeah, well, I still need to build it, but I'm not thinking on doing those anytime soon, but it would be really cool to do them. But I do kinda want to start thinking on what to make. So I really can't leave it up to you guys since there's not enough of you yet, but I do eventually want to give you guys the option to, well, have a say in it eventually. But for now, I will pick out the creature ahead of time, in which I feel like this is a good option, the Pachyrhinosaurus. Or the Triceratops, since I have multiple batches of DNA for it already. And if I want to get more of, like, let's say the Spinosaurus, I would have to go out and get more, or I would have to kill it to get A, a bunch of its flesh, and B, of its bones. And it's not a guaranteed chance for the bones to give it, and same with the flesh. But I think there's a higher chance for the flesh to do it, so. But I would love to do the Spino, but I'm not going to. Like I said, probably the Triceratops or the Pachyrhinosaurus would be good options. I'm not doing any aquatics yet because I'm not ready for that at all. Or I could start off with the dodo bird, which is one of my more favorite ones. I like them a lot. I think they're cute and adorable. Or I could do the Irish elk or the Megaloceros. I hopefully said that correctly. I'm hoping I did. But obviously, that I have a few options at my disposal. I'm not gonna go for any of the boss ones because the Spino, well, I say boss. You have to beat them in a boss fight practically to tame them. That's what I mean. Allosaurus, Spinosaurus, Megalania, Megalodon are, I'm pretty sure, off the table. Oh, I hear Pigman. Well, that's something I gotta deal with later. Actually, I could... You know what? To be more... maybe different, I'm going to go with this one. I don't believe you need to beat it in a fight to tame it, so... I'll leave it in here for now, and I'm going to do another species to pair with it. Which I'm going to do... Thompson Mathis is really interesting, but no, sadly, I don't have enough of them to make a big exhibit, well, a partial exhibit with them, say. Let's go with Hacky Rhinoceros. Those are the two I will be making and hatching in upcoming episodes. That's my final answer. I gotta do one of my favorites, and I gotta do a duplicate, which, hey, a duplicate is not a bad one, and you're recreating life, so I'm not gonna complain. Also, I am going to make feeders. I just need to remember how you make them. Feeders. Horse feeder. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Oh. That's a lot of cool ideas. So I need bucket, iron, button, stone, and glass. Well, I have all those things because I have finally... Oh, so another thing I should probably show you guys. I got a bunch of iron and a bunch of other ores out of the stuff. Like, I have a shit ton of diamonds now. Oh, I put rolls in my bag. But, like I was saying, I do have a shit ton of iron now. Then the bucket stays there, the button goes there. That goes there. Glass. What else? And ingots. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Then I did trade all of my bones for some emeralds, because I have villagers that will trade me bones for that, so I'm not going to complain. Killed a few endermen along the way, because they stole my grass blocks, and I don't accept things stealing my grass blocks. I think most people would, or am I just a crazy lunatic? I don't know. Probably. But also, I did add railing, because I do need to do that for that one and that one over there. Not that one, because that's going to just connect. But I like how it is, because I thought this would be a cool idea. Just have some, like, foliage. Oh, wait, water. Because I do need to put water over there. Well, that's fine. This is, like, the last thing I need to do. Then, that. Woo! Let's go. So, then you just easily dump whatever you need of what, like meat, plants, which it's going to be 2 herbivores in which I got to figure out what they eat. So, it's going to be fun. Which I don't think is much different. I'm just going to add all these over. I might also do a dodo. Maybe just for shits and giggles, too. What do you... that could be an option. I do later. No, that's not what I was looking for. Plasmatherium. Woo! Platybelodon is a option later in the future, at least. But I do want to do dinosaurs since I think everyone wants to see a dinosaur more than a weird-looking elephant-like thing. Am I wrong? Maybe. But, you know what? I'm gonna go make some goo. Some bio goo, to get it all going, at least. Get the little babas made. Then... oh, shit. Well, like I said, this is really exciting now. Oh, now I don't know what to do for the thumbnail. Should I do the fetuses in the water? Maybe. Oh, but I have so many ideas for the thumbnail, but this is gonna be cool, and hopefully, I'm watching them. I don't have to kill any of them. I still get the DNA, then I get some more DNA out of it too. But I'm gonna keep eyes on them for now. And wait and see, because I have 2 Peckies and 1 Thenazinosaurus. So I'm just gonna wait and see, and I guess I'll pause for now, and I'll get a thumbnail for what I'll be doing, well, the thumbnail for the video at least. So, I'll be right back. Okay, well, they are almost done, and they are done. Ooh, yes. We now have eggs. We have eggs. That, do they stack? Oh, they stack. Yes, they stack. Oh, they stack. Okay. Well, you know what? I guess I'm making this the designated egg chest. So we have 2 different dinosaurs we can choose from for now. Well, creatures, but I might make some dodos as well, but I'm not going to do all of them immediately. Do you think this is for you? Yeah, no. But I'll make some dodos as well, so we have a few other species we could pick from. I think I will end the episode after putting in the 2 dodo birds, the dodos. The 2 little dodo birds. So, well, I guess I'll end the episode here. Okay, like I said, end the episode. So, I don't know what we're going to be doing for the next episode. Probably planning out an exhibit for one of these 3 species. And I will ask and see some of you in person which species you want to see first. So, I'm asking a few of my friends, see what they want to see for being in the next episode. So, because I'll give them the options of the Thenazinosaurus, the Pachyrhinosaurus, or the dodo bird. So, yeah. Just really excited for that. Oh. But, so, I think it is truly the end of the episode. So, have a good rest of your day, and peace.